Good evening out there. Good evening. Yes, this is my third third video that I've done um, to this channel, Black Calm Warning. Yes, good evening. Today is November 23rd, 2022, and the time is about 6:09 p.m. It looks gorgeous out there, doesn't it? The Manhattan skyline. Yes, this is my third video. I haven't used this channel in a while, and I'm forced to upload to it, and I can only do like a half an hour at a time, because I'm doing the video on my iPad. It has limited space on it. And yes, I'm in the doghouse with my other channel, Spirit Journey channel. I have to wait 2 weeks for me to be able to do the live streams. So, what I want to talk about. I was just watching videos again about the basketball player who was in the doghouse because he uploaded a link. He never said anything pejorative, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did talk about that. But today's video that I saw, well, I am very impressed that Kyle, or Kylie, he's finally get some backing out there. Yes, Hebrew Israelites have, because Kylie is back playing basketball a couple of days ago, and they had him apologize. Well, the powers at large wanted Kylie to apologize again and put him through these humiliations. And had this guy interview him like, how do like how he feels, and could you elaborate what you did? And then, it was the shaming process. And boy, it would be great to see that interviewer, to see him go through a humiliation. I don't wish harm on anybody, but for someone to rub it in to someone who did you no harm. But anyways, I was so uplifted when someone who put up a video showing that he's getting, Kylie's getting his support, and he had like I would describe it like an army of men in purple. Interesting, it's purple, the purple rain that is very popular these days, the purple rain, about the new system that's being introduced onto the planet. But either way, they did wear purple jackets, and they went with, lawfully. They were walking in the streets, and they were like the military, and saying things out loud in unison. Really was a powerful thing. I haven't seen that in a long time, to see straight black men, I presume, that in unison to support a brother. I loved it. I loved it. And why they waited so long, I don't know, but at least they came together. And they're a very controversial group over the years. But this one, I would give them a plus, because they stood up, they acted respectfully, and they supported someone who was under fire for nothing. I just loved it. I mean, it was over, oh gosh, over 100 people, and there were like eight or nine by nine columns long in width, and it went down the bottom. It was massive, massive, and they spoke at the place where the football, the Barclay Center. They spoke in front of that, and they did speak to some people in the audience. See, this is what should have been done. This is what should have been done, to stand up for something that is right. He had the right to express himself, and there's no penalties for the person who's selling the alleged anti-Semitic video and books. That means anything in the future, see, this is really doing a precedence. That in the future, let's say you're just looking at a magazine cover. Oh, you're anti this or that, or you this or that. People can claim anything. You're standing next to someone who has some type of reputation, and then they claim that you're that by association. Oh, you gotta denounce it. Oh, you didn't do it enough. Oh, okay, we're gonna take away your money. And I saw another video with Ye. It was a more detailed video. Like I noticed with videos, they might just take little snippets of a longer interview. And with Kanye. And that, wow, he shared that someone who is a trainer threatened him that they're gonna he's gonna have him committed and drugged, and made fun of that. Oh well, your time with your kids, it's not going to be the same. How ugly these people are. See, ugly and true bigotry or racism is what you do upon someone to hurt them. And I don't know why this man isn't being thrown in jail for making threats like that. See, that is something to get ugly about. What does this trainer have over him? I don't understand it. How do they get power, people? Ask yourself these questions. Who gave him power to say, I could have you commit? Well, why isn't the reverse possible? To have that trainer committed, thrown in jail for threatening him like that? It's evil. I hope Ye really evaluates who he has around him. So you have people who just social leeches. They love to be around black people when there's a gravy train of usury. That gravy train of usury upon us. They get their little cameras and, oh, could I get a selfie? Could I be in front of you? Could I talk to you? And they have no involvement to edify and protect the black community. But they love to come around with their cameras to interview, to make themselves rich when they upload it on their social media channels and get money from it. But I think he's doing the interviews to give him some positive publicity, and let him be able to, as a mouthpiece, to share and tell people what's really going on. And he also talked about that, he explained also, that he did it, he was at a concert and he outed the Clintons. He outed the activities. And 2 days later was when he got committed in the hospital. Why is this? And how could his trainer be involved in this? It's staggering. And then he elaborated that, like the 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 interview was not linear, of events, but he mentioned that at one time he did take opiates, and he took opiates because for pain medication prescribed by his physician, because he had liposuction, and he shared to the audience he had liposuction because his fans would want to probably call him fatty, and he explained that this person, something happened to this person he knew just before his marriage to that lady. And he didn't want to be shamed, so he did this to please his fans. And so he went on, after that type of surgery, you're going to be in pain, and so he took it. He took 2 a day. Now, I don't know how long he was on it, but he said he became addicted to it. And the people that he works with, his crew, it got around that, hey, he's popping pills. So I guess his entourage is, examine should they stay or go. See that? They're not really behind him. Oh, is he taking? Oh, we better, that's how I took it. But they were concerned. And so he went to the hospital, and he said, but that was the time when he got committed. And when he came out of that hospital, guess what? They drugged him up with 7 different medications. 7. So he was just taking this 2 pills of this opiate for his pain because he had the surgery, and then he left having to take 7 medications. I think how does this industry is so readily to drug people up? I don't understand their involvement. You think people go to who work at a fast food restaurant or clerk at some business, you think they're gonna, oh, you got to do this or that, and have them committed? Why they own you? It's telling us that certain industries, they feel they own you. And this video of this guy talking about that basketball player, Kylie, and I don't even think it was a slip of the tongue. He meant it, and referred to the owner of the basketball team, his basketball team, and referred to Kylie as his owner. Hello there. How could it be his owner? He is an employee, not an owner. He's not owned, but see, they feel that they own these people. And it seems to be more and more, it reveals how they really feel about us. And that it's like a plantation of mostly black people playing these games. And they're so-called owners of the plantation. You know what this is really saying? You got to get a new owner. Why don't you own your own team? I think this is a wake-up call that these basketball players to maybe have start their own organization, that they own themselves, they're their own agent. Like a set of corporation, and the people involved, the players own it. Each owns shares or whatever we want to call it. These outsiders, they feel they own you. No, own yourself. Own yourself. Own yourself. This is what it's saying. And I didn't know that uh, the Knicks owner of the team, um, he's from another country. And it turns out that that man is involved with the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, and his involvement with the organization, something with the organization Alibaba. Now, I don't know much about that. I don't. And I don't want to give wrong information, but they talked about his involvement with the CCP and the something with Alibaba, some organization, something about the Communist Party's oppressing this. You have Muslims in Communist China. They're being oppressed. You have people that are being oppressed by the communist regime. But yet, how come that's never spoken? So it's like the pot calling the kettle something. Here, he's involved with a communist country, and the known rights against humanity in that country, people are actually dying. And this fool is going to, I should have name call like that, I'm sorry, but he's going to require these 6 additional things requirements, along with the apology. I said, wow. And you know, when I learned that who this man, this owner of this, the Knicks, was it the Brooklyn Knicks or something? Yeah, I don't follow basketball, as you can tell. But when I learned who the owner was, it clicked of an incident that happened to me at a hospital facility, government owned, and now I just came in to get an okay with my primary care physician to get the C19, as I call it. I needed to get, I was good to get a procedure, and to get certain procedures, you have to be cleared from, have to take the C19 to see if you have an active, thing of it. So my doctor the nurse of my doctor was there, and so she said, "Oh, hold on a moment, I'll be right back." Thinking that she's going to arrange, to get the okay so that I can get tested for the C19, the virus. And then she comes back with the man from that country. At least he looked like from that country, where the owner's from that basketball team. And I felt right away, this man is full of it. He was a real big guy. He was really tall. And I can tell that he's trying to pretend that he's my friend and try to disarm me, but I sense in my spirit, this guy is phony. Oh yeah. And I'm wondering who the hell this guy is. If she comes back, the nurse, and introduces, and then she goes away. I'm wondering what's going on here. He's in charge of, he's like the director or something, or he's in charge of the whole floor. Why the hell do you need him? Get my doctor, or call my doctor so I can just get the, I had to get the tested for that thing, but I didn't want to get the nasal one. I wanted to get the other one. There's a blood test you can take, or the spit test. They don't have the spit test. A whole hospital, you don't have the spit. Why? It's too expensive. I was told by somebody outside of that system. But either way, I was surprised that, so I get the impression that I'm making too many waves there. And so they got that guy to talk to me. And then, he had me sit down in this um, isolated area, which I did not like. And then I had to go up. He said, okay, well, I have to send you back to the uh, pre-bed department. Before you get the procedure, you have to be, get a clear, certain tests, whatever, to make it, so that you're clear to get the procedure. So he walked me back to that location, and it was a waste of my time, because I was complete, I fulfilled everything I needed to do with them. I just needed to get hoping to get the spit test for the virus. So, but my antenna was up, and it's something now so what it's reminding me of, that in my opinion, that this whole past 2.5 years, almost 3 years, this whole mess with with this the jab, as I call it, in the arm, the country behind it, and I believe it's the country in question is trying to take over the U.S. And now they're all of a sudden getting jobs in these, getting high positions in these jobs, these government jobs. And I sense the bulliness. Oh, I almost forgot with that particular man at the hospital. Yes, I am a veteran. Went to a veterans hospital, and I noticed, yes, I didn't have my I call it my diaper, my facial diaper. I don't like wearing it. It does not stop certain things. But either way, I could hardly breathe with it on. And he says, oh, you need to have, I said, oh, I cannot breathe with it on. That's when he got ugly. Oh, yes, he was getting ugly. I said, well, I don't feel comfortable with it. Yeah, I had it around my neck. I had it on to walk. When I entered with it on. And once I got past the guards, I put it down. Yes, I did. I can't breathe with it on. You're walking and you lose your breath. No. So I told him I cannot breathe with it on. And then I didn't have to wear it. And he got upset. See, that's when he got ugly with me. That's when he got ugly. So it was interesting how pleasant he was pretending to be with me. Then he got irritated when he had to walk me to the other location. He wanted me to wear the mask. I said, I do not feel comfortable wearing it because I cannot breathe. That's not enough. I don't like what I perceive what's happening. I don't like what I perceive, that they're there. They're being put in these positions for a reason. And they're not nice people, I perceive. And I don't feel safe or comfortable at this particular facility. Yeah, and I had to go, that was located in Manhattan. I had to also go, I originally, first I started Manhattan, then I had to go to Brooklyn. And when I saw the environment in the Brooklyn location, again, the doctor from that looked like from that same questionable country. And he was cool. And his assistant, I think he resigned the next day. He was fed up. the guy in question was acting weird, and his assistant, um, I learned, because I had to call back, because after the bizarre behavior of the doctor, the head surgeon of that whole place, I said, I'm not going to get the procedure done here. I said, no, I can't do this. And when I called a day later to say, I'm going to switch back, I needed to tell the doctor, the assistant. The assistant was going to do it, but his boss was going to be, I guess, making sure he does it correctly, whatever. Supervising, that's the word I'm thinking of. He was gone. They said, he doesn't work here anymore. Real flat like that. Yeah. See, I perceive. So I had to reschedule back in the original place to see what they can do. Yeah, the person there wanted me to wear the mask also. And I said no. And she got ugly. And she was the same type of person that was harassing that basketball player. See, it seems like this institution that I go to, if you're a veteran, you go to those places, it seems like now they have that country, the people like who's bothering Kylie, and now they add into the mix people from that questionable country that that virus originated from. I think this is a takeover. I know it sounds crazy, but see what I'm trying to say. I'm putting the pieces together. That all this is not by accident. It's not by accident that this basketball team from New York owns it. Why can't, with all these black basketball players, why don't any of them own themselves, own their own team? It's a reason, because this is a new form of slavery. And what's happening to Kylie is the system trying to exert their authority. See, these are the true cowards. Coward. And it'd be nice to see, get the names of the people who are complaining. It said, sit right here in front of everybody, and you're behind it. It's like the Wizard of Oz. They're behind the curtain, and it's just some nebulous person out there. Who specifically is complaining? What is their name? Where do they live? These people need to get a life. They need to get a life. Yes, I don't like what I see what's happening. And it's something that makes me, I don't like it. I don't like this system. I see it slowly but surely encroaching upon your life, your basic, and I believe they do this to blacks. See, they always need someone to experiment on, like these nasty doctors, these Frankensteins out there. Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein. See, they have their subjects who they experiment on, but eventually they're going to get everybody else. So they're targeting blacks to experiment on us, how people react. But in actuality, they are nobody's friend. And they're going to get you too. They're going to get everyone else in addition. No one is safe from them. No one. But speak out. If you can't speak out. I'm so glad that the Hebrew Israelite, and of course people are complaining about that organization, it's like you cannot speak on your own. But it seems like everybody else could speak and have a belief, but they target us. And You know, Kanye did even, Ye did talk about, he had this paper in front of his chest. He says something to the effect, you can tell who your real enemies are based on, what you do, what you say, and how they respond. Something like that. And I think he's right. You know how someone really feels about you. For me, what I say, you really know how someone feels about you when you speak your mind. Yeah. And they have a system that includes, man, it's like everything. They have their tentacles around everything. And I think that's when I saw that, I did a video on my other channel, and when I saw, like, from the cradle, and I'm afraid that to the grave, this particular group has their tentacles around me, and I said, I gotta cut this tie. I want freedom. 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 It's very important. Yes, go look at your birth certificate and see who was the doctor. Who are the names of your doctors? Who are they? Who you go to school? Who are your teachers? And one day I looked, and when I saw the name of the doctor at my birth, and all these basic things in my life, it's like they have their influence over me in everything. And I said, this is by design. This is by design, people. Go look on your records. What are the names of your teachers? What are the names of your doctors? Who start examining. I mean, I live in New York City, and that is who dominates. But now they're getting an additional element in it, and that is the CCP, Chinese Communist Party. And no, I'm not anti-Chinese. I do not favor communism, and I want to ring it out. All these abuses that happen in that country. And somehow, some of them are able to get high jobs in my country. And they're influencing, and they're being bullyish. I no longer want to go into that facility. Yeah, I had to go back again for something. I went with a family member. And yes, I did have the mask on. And someone like a CCP type of person was right there. I never saw him before. I walked in the security thing, because you can't have any, they put you through that metal detector. And then in front of me is one of those people. And he was eyeballing me. So I said hello. I said hello, and just staring at me. I am wondering, am I being flagged? And you know what else? I had to go, I go to a park where I live, and I have a stroller for my little dogs. And so I had to go in a little shop. And I didn't like how, it was a hardware store. And you ever feel like you're not wanted in a store? When you get people from another country who dominate, I don't know whether they own the store or whatever, or they just work. See, in New York City, that's what's happening. They're getting people from these other countries, to work in an establishment. And when that happens, they feel that they own the place. And they somehow, for some reason, seem to be judgmental towards black people. And then when in another store, you know, like an everything, so you can get little snacks, medicine, everything. And I opened the door, but I didn't go all the way in. There was an employer right in front of me. I said, "Excuse me, do you work here?" I said, and she said yes. So I was asking if they had a particular product, because I didn't want to go all the way in if they didn't have it. But and to my right, inside the store, is a security guard, and he's looking at me really like firm. A person of color, and I feel like, wow. I feel that New York City, I live in this city, in Manhattan, and it seems like what they're doing, I'm going to just say it. I'm a good person. I mind my business. I go where I have to go, come back. I say good morning. I try to be polite, because I like to feel good when I go outside. But I find that they're getting new people, new so-called minority people, and putting them in these positions or establishments. And then they feel that they own the place. And then if you are a black person in particular, they don't like you. It's something that they make you feel like you're a criminal. Isn't it something? It is they make me feel I don't belong in my country. And I feel this is by design. It's by design when you have all this construction being done in New York City, yet you have a whole bunch of homeless and jobless black men, black American men. But yet they hire people from these other countries to take our jobs, and then how they have the damn nerve to look at you with scorn. We treat them very well. And I feel like I have to overcompensate and be polite to them so they won't harm me or something like that. Even when I go grocery shopping, I have to go out my way to say hello, because they're from these other countries. They dominate it. They don't do this to other groups. They don't. And I don't like it. And that's part of the reason why I want to leave New York. New York City is a beautiful city, but it's being socially engineered, and they're targeting black America. But eventually everyone is going to be screwed, but they target us first. And I don't like that. People, keep your eyes open. Be very be very aware of what's going on. And use wisdom. See, they want you to react and get ugly. And when I was leaving the store, I said, you have a nice day. Be very polite. You let them get angry. Yes, you have to be very polite. Because they're going to say, oh, she was being this and that. You don't give them that satisfaction. Don't give them that satisfaction, people. Yeah. Pray, if whatever your belief system, pray for peace, your own personal peace, and to expose the evil that is that's penetrating in our society. Yeah, they're going to try to take over. So with that last note, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to now try to upload it. Peace, love, and joy, people. Yes, you are beautiful, no matter what your race is. See, I am pro-human. I want happiness for everyone on this planet. I want us to love one another. Yes. Don't let them rob your joy. That's what I have to tell myself. Don't let them rob your joy. You all are special. Okay? Take care. Peace, love, joy, and power be unto you. Until next time, okay? Bye-bye.